Rahman, who is the president of Abeokuta Polo Club. You're welcome to the show. Welcome to Sports Trade, gentlemen. We're glad to have you with us. You are looking good.
Thank you.
Let me start with that. I love your cap.
Thank you. Thank you.
So guys, you're welcome to Sports Show, and we are proud that you are actually putting something like this together. We've seen a lot of football festival, athletic festival, and sometimes basketball as well. You know, but polo, for some people that don't know, is not a new sport. It is a sport that has been around for a very, very long time. So I'm going to ask you, how did you fall in love with polo? It's a question for both of you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, well, polo, like I said, it's not just a sport, it's a lifestyle. And for me personally, I grew up in the north, and I grew up in just specifically behind the polo club. And everybody falls in love with royalty. And you will agree with me that polo actually speaks royalty with all the horses, and not just hungry-looking horses, especially for polo, Argentina ponies.
Wow.
So I fell in love with polo back from Jos, where I came from, and we've been doing that since then till now.
And I love that. For Brigadier Muraki, I'm very, very sure, you know, with your military background, it's one of the stuff that probably, you know, you are used to, you know, going through the NDA, you train on horses and all of that. So I'm not surprised, you know, that you are doing this with stuff. But how is it generally for you?
Well, for me, there's a subject in Nigerian Defense Academy called equitation, that is horse riding. And for you to be a military officer, you have to be able to ride a horse, because at times you command parades while on horses. And while I was in ND, one of my interests was watching polo at the Kaduna Polo Club in North Alaska. And annually, I used to be there to watch polo tournament. And there, my interest continued to grow, and I move around Kaduna, at times watching the Ibadan. And my interest has always been there, and luckily for us, our president, Dr. Adams Sheriff, brought the idea to Abeokuta, and honestly, it's a blessing for Abeokuta, Ogun State, and Nigeria, because this is going to be a game changer for the state. We have events like Ojudoba, Lishabi Week, and now, at least annually now, we should be having in Ogun State, Ojudoba, the Lishabi Festival, and we'll be having the Abeokuta Polo Tournament. And apart from the Abeokuta Polo Tournament, we also have some festivals in between to cater for all the people in Abeokuta and Ogun State generally. So a lot is going to bring an influx of people into Ogun State, and commercially, a lot of things will be happening.
Yeah, thank you very much. I love the fact that you have a whole lot of tournament or festival, you know, lined up for the year already. But before we go into, you know, this, we are gradually reaching the end of the year. So I'm very, very sure that your latest festival is just to see out the year, you know, for you. But let me come to you now, Dr. Adams. I mean, you are the president of Abeokuta Polo Club. Looking at the game of polo, I mean, you is not for me, it has been around for a very, very long time, but the publicity is not enough, the game is not, the sport is not up there. When you're talking about basketball, you're talking about football, athletics, boxing, and all of that. What do you think can be done, or what are you trying to do now to try as much as possible, you know, to get the young champs, the young boys in secondary school more involved in the game or in the sport like polo?
All right, thank you very much. And polo has actually been there, just like you have golf. Everybody knows golf, and of course polo also. And in Nigeria, polo has actually been there since 1914, and of course more pronounced in the north. And we have very reputable clubs like the Lagos Polo Club, Kaduna Polo Club, Gats Polo Club in Abuja, and a lot of other polo clubs, just Polo Club. I like to mention that because, of course, that's where I grew up around. For us in Abeokuta, we are first in everything. But in polo, we are coming now. Of course, you know, the first steps here, first this one, first everything. So in polo, we are not first, but we are not also the last. So it's nice that we are coming up now and to popularize the game of polo in Ogun State and Abeokuta specifically, and not only to popularize the game. Polo itself encompasses a whole lot. It encompasses a lifestyle, culture, and pride. And that is what we are portraying at Abeokuta Polo Club. We are definitely going to publicize a whole lot, and then, like I said during the groundbreaking, we'll be going to secondary schools and we'll be conducting what we call the polo clinic. This game is actually a game of the elites. It's not just like football where you can...
with that mindset, with that ideology, I mean, same goes for golf as well.
Yeah.
You know, people in the middle class, or I don't want to use the bottom class as well, they just act like they're not interested. This game is not for us. The facilities are expensive, and the elite are not trying as much as possible to help us. So is it a thing that you people are trying to eliminate, or just want it to remain the way it is? Any sport?
Well, for both sports, both golf and polo, you first would need to understand that they are exclusive games. And when something is classified as as exclusive, it means it's honestly not going to be for everybody. And not for everybody because, not because there's a segregation, but because there's this economic requirement that comes with it. For you to play polo actively, you will need a horse. And for you to buy a horse, well, let's say Argentina ponies, you won't buy less than 45 million naira. And you don't even need one, right? You need, let's say, minimum of 6 for you to play a tournament, right? As an individual. So you change a horse after a particular choker. You understand? That is what happens to polo. You can now see the economic requirement for you to play this game. You get, that is one. Not only that, for you to be able to keep your ponies active and fit for the sports, it also costs a whole lot. These are sports, these are ponies that you don't just feed them anyhow. Ensure you take care of them like you take care of yourself. You understand? You have doctors, veterinary doctors for them like you have for yourself that comes do periodic checks and all that. So it's an exclusive game, and you cannot remove it because of because of the economic, the reality of the game. And that's how it's going to be. But for us in Abeokuta, we are conscious of successions. A lot of great polo players, of course, are aging, and some of them are going. Recently, we lost, Nadwali Baba, who is also so rest in peace. An authority in the Nigerian polo and across board. So we need to begin to consciously find a way of subsidizing and bringing the young ones into this game. You understand? And that is what we are trying to do at the Abeokuta Polo Club. We're starting with the riding academy. You fall in love with riding a horse, and then you can now begin to train on how to play the game of polo because it's played on the horse. So with that, we'll be able to at least save the game for the future. You understand? And then we'll be able to compete and have the right people do that, at the international stage and scene. So that is it.
So thank you very much. I love that. It's important to make that clear, to the people, and to also make sure that Nigerians actually get the drift. There is no discrimination or any sort. It's just about the reality of the sport. For football as well, you can't play if you don't have a boot, and to get a quality soccer boot now, you need a whole lot of money. But I just hope that we have more time, to talk about the sport, in general. But let's go into this festival, the 2025 Polo Festival, the Abeokuta Polo Festival that is coming up on Sunday. Brigadier General, you are the chairman of the planning committee. I know what to expect, but for the sake, of the people watching at home, what is the program going to be like? And do you have any other side attraction, apart from the game of? Because for me, I think playing the game alone is entertaining.
Yes. Well, let me start by saying this. On that day, we're not playing polo. The festival is just to usher to end this year on a high note and let people know that now we have an Abeokuta Polo Club. We had the groundbreaking ceremony, and now we are going further. This festival is just to host invited guests. There's going to be a lot of whining and dining, good music to listen to.
Expectedly.
Yes.
That's what you big men, that's what you do.
No, but it's the end of the year. We have to thank God for everything.
Absolutely,
and yes.
absolutely.
And then it's going to end with a bonfire night and a firework display.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's going to end up the whole night.
So, like you said, ending the year on a high note, and being the chairman of this planning committee, it's not easy to put all of this together.
It's not easy. It's not been easy. It's been a lot of sacrifice. I must give it to the president. He's gone the extra mile. I mean, at times, in fact, I know after this festival, he's just going to break down and go and sleep. He's not been resting. He's been, because, on easy lies the head that wears the crown. So it's not been easy on him, but we are all involved, making sure we give the best on that day, and let people know, because people are coming from far and wide. So we have to prove ourselves right, and then let people know that Abeokuta is a place to be looking forward to coming every year now.
Wow, I love that. So, Mr. Adams, I mean, this is, like I said, you already had a groundbreaking, ceremony this month, like just to cap the year, for you. 2026, what's going to be like for Abeokuta Polo Club?
Okay, I'll say welcome to Polo. When you're getting into Abeokuta, it will be welcome to Abeokuta Polo. For 2026, we're having a series of events, and we'll be launching the Royal Polos, and that's going to be the playing team for the states. That is, we call them the Royal Polos, like that, and we're going to be doing that. We're going to be competing in various polo activities across the country. So we're working hard to try and see how we can put our teams together, just like every other sports that you probably will quite have good understanding of. To put up a strong team, it involves a lot of technicalities and all that. And apologies, the tournament manager is not here. He's probably airborne, honestly. So we have
we're going to have him in the studio.
Yes, so we have a whole lot to do next year in terms of playing the game itself. But again, we are starting on a very, very good note with Abeokuta Polo Festival, where men and women of intellectual excellence come together to see and hear what we are going to do for polo in Abeokuta.
So, Brigadier Moraki, obviously this festival is going to be a yearly thing.
Yes, it's going to be an annual thing. So,
thank you very much. So there you have it, the two gentlemen discussing polo, one of the most interesting sports you can talk of anywhere in the world. So the place to be, it's definitely the Abeokuta for the 2025 Abeokuta Polo Festival. It has been a very, very good year, for the sport. But this festival is just coming up to actually end for the association, to wrap up and celebrate every achievement recorded this year. So once again, Dr. Adams, we are happy to have you in the studio. Likewise, Brigadier General Murakiyo. I'm quite happy to even have you as a barrack boy. I'm happy to have you here. And I want to assure you as well, we are here to also lend our support, to the sport. And this is your home. Whenever you have anything that we think that we can be part of, you can actually count on us for support. So thank you very, very much for coming on the show today. So there you have it. Let's go on this break. So where